Fox News.
Tonight, one-on-one with Russ Feingold. Since leaving office in defeat 2 years ago, Russ Feingold has taught at Marquette's Law School, written a book on U.S. foreign policy, and launched a political action committee dedicated to advancing progressive causes. He was in Charlotte, North Carolina to speak with Wisconsin's delegation ahead of the convention. He also sat down with our Mike Lowe.
He has been out of politics for 2 years, but he remains one of the most beloved figures in the Wisconsin Democratic Party. Former Senator Russ Feingold is still working on policy issues and still working to get Democrats elected. He does not have a speaking role here at the convention, but we spoke with him one-on-one.
I'd like to begin with the issue of campaign finance. And I think you can argue that every single important American issue essentially goes back to that one. We have what is a legal but corrupt system. What can be done to fix this?
Well, first you got to overturn this ridiculous Supreme Court decision in Citizens United. We can overturn that decision by re-electing President Obama. I think he would appoint Supreme Court justices who would actually follow the law. And so that's first. But in the meantime, requiring through congressional law and state law the disclosure of these contributions so people can see the corruption. They can see $10 million going from somebody who clearly wants something.
Well, and in theory, corporations we're supposed to be able to see where the money is going, but in practice, we're not seeing it, right? They're being able to shield their donations to these third-party groups, these non-for-profit groups, not the super PACs that we thought were the danger. Tell us how that exactly works.
Yeah, the problem is the Citizens United decision allowing corporations to spend this kind of money in a variety of ways, and one of them is going through tax loopholes and something called social welfare groups. Well, they're not really social welfare groups. They're being used for political ads.
How does this actually affect the way we make laws?
Well, it's unbelievable what it does. It completely takes away from the people the power to have their representatives do what they want. And the key is they bought both parties off. That's what's happening again. It's not just what happens in the elections, it's what you get afterward. You get both parties bought off by big corporations, and the rest of us are left having no influence. So that's the cancer on our system.
You mentioned that both parties have been guilty of this. To the extent that I think Democrats can be disappointed in President Obama, it would be in the sense that he populated a lot of his administration with the same people who championed deregulation, and some people in some cases were responsible for the financial meltdown. Do you count yourself among those who are disappointed by that?
On that point, yes. With regard to the financial industry, I'm not happy with the people he's had running the show, but on almost all the other issues, I think he's been a very good president. But yeah, I am disappointed in that part.
There are many people in the Democratic Party we've talked to throughout the last couple of months who see you as the hope, maybe the person who could defeat Walker in the next election, or running for some other office. Do you have any appetite for that?
You know, I'm enjoying not doing it right now. I had 28 years where I worked on the state level and the federal level. This has been a really good time for me to look at things from another perspective, to teach, to write, to be with people, and see the world the way non-political people do.
So it may be a couple of years before Russ Feingold even thinks about getting back into electoral politics. Wisconsin before the convention is over so that he can campaign with state candidates. Reporting in Charlotte, Mike Lowe, Fox 6 News.
Mike, thank you. Well, the long Labor Day winding down. For many, that means making your way back home from time away.
Did you fill up before heading back home, or maybe you're waiting?